This is where I camped last night. What a beautiful campsite. And kind of secluded away from the rest. Which I guess was okay, but we had water. Now we got 29 miles to do. Yay, so excited. Oh, I just can't wait to do 29 miles, right, Birdie?
Well, I feel exactly the same way.
Yeah?
Yeah, very excited.
Very. Yeah.
I wish I could hike more.
For sure. Yeah.
I mean,
honestly,
only 29?
I know. Honestly, we might as well just do 32 to Old Station.
I feel a little cheap.
You know?
Personally.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But what are you going to do?
Right. Yep. It is what it is.
It is.
Good morning, everybody. My plan was to go to mile 26 today, but Roadrunner, this is why it's really good to have a tramley around you who also plans on their own. I did 26 because it's a long day and I can't do 20 or 30s anymore, so I don't want to. So Roadrunner came to my tent this morning. I was like, all right, Bougie, I did some math yesterday. And anyway, she did the math and she planned it, and she did 29 miles today because if we do only 26, that means we have a 10-mile water carry, plus water for camp, plus water for the morning. So it's a lot of water that I don't have capacity for, especially if it's, 100 degrees today. So I do think 29 is the right move. I just wasn't expecting that. So I left camp at 7:50. I woke up at 5:45 like usual, and nobody was up and moving. I was like, all right, they're planning a short day today. Like, we're just gonna go back to bed. So that's what I did, and here we are doing a 29-mile day, a bigger day. But basically, if we do that, we have a 20-mile day, a 22-mile day, and then Saturday we'll get into Burney with only like 6 miles or something like that. So that'll be really nice. And then we can rest, and Sunday I got 10 miles, so that'll be really nice to do that as well. Gotta love long days on trail. So I believe this is the boundary of Lassen Park. And you need a bear can or bear storage, not what we have. So we are just rolling through. So it smells like boiled eggs. And this looks like a lake, but it's not a lake. It's blue-greenish, but not like an alpine blue-greenish. So it looks pretty contaminated, but there's a geyser 1.7 miles away, that way, that I'm not going to. But it smells like boiled eggs, and it smelled like boiled eggs the whole morning. I don't know if that's a good smell. I don't think it's a good smell. But here we are. Right here is a guest ranch, and they're closed for the 2024 season. But usually they have a restaurant and cabins you can rent out. It's just beautiful, but this fire really devastated this area. Really, really devastated this area. So I can only imagine how much more beautiful it'd be with the green, lush trees going through, but it's really peaceful. Hey, today's a hot day. My feet hurt. Like the bottoms of my feet hurt. They've been killing me. I don't know if it's shoes, if I need new shoes, if I just need a day's rest. I don't know. I have no idea. But it's hot. And the climb's really not that hard. It's not anything difficult, especially of what we've done. It's just so hot. It's just so hot and my feet hurt. So maybe in Burney I'll take a 0 and not move at all for the whole day and just ice my feet, get some Epsom salt, that kind of thing at the church. And go from there. But they want to hike out 10 miles on Sunday as well instead of do a 0, which I don't think was ever in the plan, but I don't know. I could also just hike out and go to Shasta and just take 2 full 0s and do that as well. That might be really nice, but Shasta's like 100 miles away from, or 80 miles away from Burney. So I don't know. It's just hot. My feet hurt. I'm kind of ready to go home. But it's just one of those days. And, everybody has those days, as Hannah Montana said. And, yeah. So you just got to get through it. Like, just got to get through it. And it's okay. I have less than 20 miles to go. So that is an accomplishment. Meaning I've done 10 plus. And it's 12:30. So I'll be hiking into the night, but it'll be what it be, And then tomorrow should be a 20-mile day, not a 30-mile day. Then the next day, 22-mile day, then a 6-mile day. So if I just do this long day today, then it'll pay off tomorrow and the next. This is kind of what looks like. It's all sprawled out. And yeah, got a great view, but I got chills, so it's really good from the water. And I just kind of hung out in the water, sat there, hung out, and dunked my head, my face, my body. And just kind of cooled off, Now I'm sitting in the shade for lunch. Got tortillas, salami, cheese, cookies, Sour Patch Kids, M&Ms. Yeah. What a good lunch. A good lunch. Oh, and Oreos too. This, I think, is pristine trail right here. The shade, flat, no rocks to trip over. I also want to say that before lunch, I was feeling so down on myself and just kind of just down at the world, It's so stinking hot today. There's no shade or anything like that. And so I'm just feeling so down and I'm moving slow and I don't really want to hike and water's not cold. And then I ate and I had lunch and I took a dip in the creek and life is better. As John Elderidge would say, life is good again. Still a hard day. And I still got like 17 miles or something crazy like that to do. But I'm just gonna hike into the night when it's cool. Probably take a longer dinner break, take a nap. And when it's cool, I'll continue hiking 29 miles. So, yeah. There's one lake. And the second lake I'm gonna jump in. And it should be coming up soon. But if I want to go 26 and a half miles today, I have roughly 10 miles left. If I want to go 29, then I have 12 miles left. sitting here making dinner. I got rice and potatoes and cheese and all of my snacks. And I just went for a little swim, got some water, and I realized that this is the place, if I want to do 30, I got to carry 12 miles of water, which, like, it's no big deal, I guess, because in the desert I was doing that, like, no problem, but it's hot. Like, that's the thing. And so I think I do want to push and do 30, just so that the next 2 days are really easy or easier. But I don't know. We'll figure it out. I feel like I'm going to get to camp and be like, 4 more miles left, you know? Because Birdie and Voss Bay and Braylon are all camping at 26. I'm like, dang, I just need to go down the hill. But from here, it's flat. Flat and a little down. Back on trail from dinner. I feel like I'm going to have a second dinner tonight as well. And I have 12 miles to go, and it's 6 o'clock. I'm definitely not getting 3 miles an hour. Maybe I'll get 2 miles an hour. So I don't know that I'm going 30. I'll probably just go 26 and a half. It is so important to have good shoes. I don't know, ever since I got off trail for the wedding, my feet have been killing me. And I do think it's because of shoes, which I'm getting new ones, the same kind, but new ones in Shasta. And in Burney, there is a Rite Aid grocery store. So hopefully they have kind of like a shoe insert selection. And I'll get an insert and hopefully that'll help. But I also think a day break would be helpful as well. I just need to see where that would put me if I took a day break. Because I think I want to do 2 days in Shasta. Just because. And see where that puts me when I'm ending my trail in Ashland. Like what date that puts me on in Ashland. This is pretty. With the flowers and the shade and the trees. Wow. It's pretty nice. It's the evening, so it's cool, so the sun's not as potent. And pretty much for the next 12 miles until camp, or however many miles until camp, it's really flat like this. For 12 miles, it's an elevation gain of 300 feet. So that is such a huge blessing for me because my feet are hurting and are ready to be done. But if it's flat and no rocks and cool, I can certainly do that. So hiking today, I feel like I'm in Harry Potter or The Hobbit with the terrain and scenery around me. Or maybe I'm going to put the ring in the volcano with Frodo. Because, man, it's like volcano-esque. Everything's burnt. There's nothing to look at. Flat, little uphill. So I did 23.4 miles today. Plan was 26, or really it was 30. But I just can't. Like, my feet hurt so bad. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the terrain, or if it's the dust, or what it is, but I feel like I've been in a bad mood all day today. Literally all day today. Because of my feet. So, technically, Old Station is in less than 10 miles. And basically what Old Station is it is a small little town It has a cafe. It has a gas station and a motel. And it's a highway, and it takes you all the way to Burney. So I'm hoping maybe to get a hitch to Burney, to the church, and just hang there for a couple days and wait for Roadrunner and go from there. My feet need rest. I don't know what else I could do. Like, I'm getting new shoes soon in Shasta, and then I guess in Burney I'll also pick up a like insole. Birdie said it was plantar fasciitis, but I'm not sure. So I don't know. Like the arches of my feet hurt, and they're like tender whenever I walk. So it's not my Achilles, it's not my toes. It's like the arches, and um yeah, like the arches feel tender whenever I walk. So or they feel like they overstretch whenever I go up. They feel like I overstretch. So I don't know what it is, but it's really killing my mood, just really killing my mood. And I don't want it to kill my mood. I want to be happy while I'm hiking. And um, this is my way of being happy while I'm hiking, is to skip 30 miles of trail and, like rest for 2 days. So that's my plan. Also, one thing that somebody just said to me was something like, like you're section hiking, because I skipped, I don't know, a little less than 100 miles from meeting back up with the Tramley in Truckee. So from Tahoe to Truckee, maybe it was 40 miles. Yeah. And then if I get this hitch here, then I'll skip 30 miles. And he said, yeah, like, that's the good thing about section hiking, is you can do that. I'm not section hiking. I'm through hiking. Just because I didn't hike all of, like, the entire trail completely, I have hiked 1,300 miles. No skipping, nothing. 1,300 miles, and I've probably skipped 40 miles thus far. Hence the Reno to Truckee. Like, that was that. So I'm not section hiking. I'm through hiking, and I don't know if I should take that as an insult or not, because I don't know, or just like let it roll off and be humble, because it's my hike, and like my hike, and I'm gonna do what I want to do. And if I want to skip up to Burney to where it, like to where I'm not walking in burn zones, um then like that's okay. Like, I don't need anybody's approval. It's my hike, and I'm going to do what I want to do to enjoy my hike, because really my goal out here is to enjoy myself, to not hate my life, and to just be in the quiet and be in the peace and listen. Um yeah, like that's my goal, and I thus far have accomplished that goal. So, but also I don't classify as a section hiker, because I've hiked 1,300 miles thus far, almost 1,400. So it's pretty wild. Anyway, thanks for hanging, and hopefully I can get a hitch tomorrow. And I will talk to you in the next one. All right, bye. Good morning. I woke up well rested today, so that's really good. I have like 12 miles until JJ's Cafe, the gas station, or 10 miles to the post office, and there's a grocery store there. And I'm still trying to get a hitch into town with Burney today. My mom posted on the Burney Facebook page, and she's looking out there, so hopefully I get a lead and I can take a couple days of rest, because I need it. And the next 30 miles to, or 35 miles to town are all burnt and scorched, just like what we are walking through right now. So honestly, I have no desire to walk through that, especially during a heat wave. So it doesn't bother me that I'm missing this section. And I heard that the town of Burney is lovely and everybody is so kind and nice there. So I'll be glad to check it out. So prayers that I can get a hitch today into the town of Burney.